Well, listen what this wicked man Paul said. And most of the preacher, they read from the Bible and they speak about Paul like Paul is a good guy. The man do so much wrong in his life, but it seemed like the God of the Bible only like to deal with people that do wrong. David, we know what David did in the Bible. Paul, we know what Paul did in the Bible. Solomon, we know what he did in the Bible. Moses, we know what Moses did in the Bible. And I can go on and go on. Aaron, we know what they did in the Bible. These guys kill a lot of people. They kill children, babies, adults, man and woman. It can go on and go on. And God speaks to those guys all the time. The God of the Bible. So now I've come to the conclusion, it seems like God speaks to these guys that always be doing wrong. And it's also taking place today. Today taking place, and that's why our young boys and girls is doing wrong to the elder all over the world. Now, God is so holy and God is so righteous, but he speaks to evildoer, and that's the problem I'm having. Paul said, let every person be subject to the governing authority. There is no authority except from God. That's what he's saying. When he do all these killing of all these people. Romans chapter 13. That's what it says. To obey the laws of the government because God had ordained them for the purpose of order. So all these wars that is fighting right now, the God of the Bible ordains them. So you can beat down Putin. You can beat down the Chinese leaders. You can beat the Syrian leader down. They're all ordained. That's what the God of the Bible is saying. So this God of the Bible is a warmonger God. He said, I'm a man of war. That's what the Bible is saying. God is a man of war. As I said before, the word God or the name God is not an African word. So stop get shit twisted. The word God have nothing to do. I don't give a damn how you put it into other language. It's not an African word. Our name. And the word is only 2,500 years old. So what word or name these white people use for what they're talking about? Or you want to say deity? Or the maker of all things? What word did they use? Because the word is only 25 years old. So you're saying your God is just 25 years old? Because you heard been here from time and time. Some people say they're only 600 years old. 6,000. But I can't argue with those people. Let they continue with their thought and ideas. I know that it has not been here 6,000 or 10,000. It's been here from time and time. So I already know that from myself. Because you never heard someone say they heard been here from time and time. I am the only one saying that on the internet. Other people are saying Big Bang, occur, and they're putting a date on it too. As I said in past, the African black men did not use date. He don't use minutes. He don't use hours. Because only time he live into is dark time and light time. But by you cannot understand, you have a lot of problems. The woolly man did not live in minute, days, and hours, and months, and years. He lived in light time and dark time. Because right now I'm speaking to you, it's dark time right now another place. England, China, Japan, it's dark time right now. So those people are in the dark time right now. And I'm in the light time right now. But you call it day. And you call it night when they are in the dark time. So we both have two different understandings of how things work in nature. But my people in the past, they live in light time and dark time. That's the only time they have. Are you following me, black man? We need to come back to nature. You know, I had a dream a few months back. And this dream that I have, it's like we were living on the moon, and all the people that I saw in my dream on the moon are female. Ladies without upper clothing. And they have homes that made from straw. And it was firm, planted around, bananas and coconut on the moon. And there was a funnel, if you know what is funnel, but the funnel was see-through. It's like it made from the cloud, but you can see through it. And from the moon you get into the funnel, and it's bent all the way down to the planet Earth. And all the females going through the funnel and coming down to Earth, floating. And I also get into the funnel. And we float to another planet. And when we float to the planet, there was no animals. And I'm awake from the dream. So that dream is telling me that maybe some of our black people is on the moon. And the white man is going there, and maybe we have to flee from there. So what do you think? Because the moon are in vast space, the earth is in vast space, the sun is in vast space, and all the stars are in vast space. They have no destination or no boundary, so they can be moving back and forth. Are you following me? There's nothing to hold them back. They can bounce into each other, but they're so far apart, it will take a lifetime. So as I said, black man, we need to get into the spirit realms and understand what is taking place in nature. Because some people cannot dream. And some people cannot see visions. Because the mind have been intoxicated so bad. You're not going to understand what I'm saying. Because when you have friends, you don't have them if they dreams. No, you're scared. When you get together with people, you don't have to say, do you dream? Just ask them and see what they say. Oh, so what did you dream? Or what you dream? I like conversation like that. I like to talk to people. Hey, what did you dream last night? Did you sleep last night? What did you dream? And conversation. And sometimes, oh, I don't remember what I dreamed, but I dreamed. But you don't remember. You think you can remember? Some people say, oh no, man, I was sleeping so hard I don't dream shit. And that's the way they will talk to you. Because the brain's contaminated. If I don't dream when I go to bed, I get upset in the morning. I sit on the bed and wondering why I have not dreamt last night. Straight up. I have to dream. So I can go out into space. I can go from one destination to another. I can go to my father's house. I can look around in the house. Go in my grandfather's land. Look in the land. See what is taking place. I get upset when I don't dream. So you have to start learning how to dream. How can you dream if you're not dreaming? Put some rosemary in your pillow. And you will get a good dream. Do that and email me back and see what's happened. I know you're going to have a good dream. Don't smoke any drugs. Don't drink no alcohol. I guarantee you have a good dream. But some people can't go to bed unless they drink. Because they do so much wrong in their life, their spirit is tormented. So they have to intoxicate the spirit so they can lay down and rest. They have to novocaine the spirit. But they're not novocaining the spirit, they're novocaining the body. So the spirit can leave the body. You don't hear nothing I'm saying. They want to be knocked out so much that they don't hear the door knock. So the spirit cannot leave the body and go places. So you got to wake up, black man. And when you leave this white Jesus and take them all his icons from the dwelling, we will overcome. Now all this bullshit will not take place with our people. White men is killing our people all over the world in different ways. And you can't see. They take all the land away from our people and you cannot see. Because your mind is not on that. Your mind is on homoralities, pleasure seekers, wife swapping, beastology. And once you're locked up in that, you continue. So the mind is all corrupt, tangled up in filth. What I'm saying, if you intoxicate the mind, you're messed up. It's okay if you have a drink. You don't want to drink a whole bottle. It's okay if you have some marijuana tea. Smoke is carbon dioxide. Duh. So you don't want to be smoking, it's carbon dioxide. You're putting carbon dioxide into the lungs and into the nostril. Too much is not good. Tobacco is good if you drink a little, not smoking it. So when you smoke it, it upsets all the parasite into the body. The parasite doesn't like the smell of the tobacco. So when you drink it, the tea of the tobacco, it kills the parasite. You don't want to drink too much, because if you kill all of them, you're going to be messed up. Let me give you one more. If you take the green leaf of the tobacco and rub it until the juice comes, and bathe the dogs or the cat, it kills all the parasite, external parasite. You don't have to put any chemical on them. But the government doesn't want you to plant tobacco. And it's medicine. So what they do, they dry it and turn it into cigars and cigarettes and smoke it. But they grow all type of shit. So to mess up your body. And another one with the green tobacco. You rub the leaf in your hand. And when the juice comes, the male or the female that have lice to the private part, you put all the juice there, and it kill all them bugs. Also, they had lice. I'm telling you shit you don't know. For those of you that have lice of the private part and lice of the head, go find the green tobacco and make it in your hand and rub your head and see you kill all the lice and all the lice of the private part. And it's also heal wounds. If you tie the tobacco leaf onto the wound. See, all this shit you don't know. And it's also good for the boil of the body. Tobacco leaf. Do you see how much I just gave you of the tobacco? And if you squeeze the juice from the green tobacco leaf and put a tip of salt in it and drink it, it's also kill the hookworms of the body. You give it to the animals too. Cows that are malnutrition, the goats or the cows, you give it to them, and it kill all those bugs in their bodies. Also the chicken, put it into their water, and it kills the parasite. The tobacco is merciful just like the marijuana. And you cannot plant the marijuana at home, and you cannot plant the tobacco at home, because it's illegal for you to do that. And they're urban plants. As I said, respect, I'm out of here. And tell your friend to watch your show. Tell them so they can learn something. Peace, I'm out of here.